Oh my god, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh my god, salut. We are in Paris.
We are.
For a few days. We have come here to see a little bit of musical theatre. Why else would we be here? But whenever we come to Paris, because we have Disneyland Paris annual passes, we end up in Disneyland. And because it's currently the Christmas season in Disneyland Paris, there's lots of shows and spectacles and exciting things. So before we take you to the theatre to go and see a funny thing happened on the way to the forum at the Lido de Paris, we're gonna let you spend the day with us here at Disneyland. Yay! So the park opened at, I think the park is about to open at 9 a.m, but we've been here for almost an hour already because it opens for extra magic hours.
Even stopping in a hotel.
An hour earlier. And you get access to that if you stay in a Disney. Look at this mural. Lovely. That's the carousel you're hearing on the other side. Da, 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 da. Yes, so if you're staying in a Disneyland Paris hotel, you get to enter the park an hour earlier, which is a really good perk. Not everything opens in that hour, but there are some characters who meet, and some of the really popular rides like Peter Pan's Flight, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain have much shorter queues during that time, especially if you get ready to be one of the first people into the park, and then don't run, but walk purposefully. And it's a little bit quieter, and so that's kind of our top tip, if that's realistic within your budget, to stay at one of the Disneyland hotels. We're staying at the Hotel Cheyenne this time around, which is the Old West, slightly Toy Story themed hotel.
And we're here with Shaun.
And we're here with our friend Shaun, who's enjoying his beauty sleep right now.
Shaun likes a lion.
He does. He loves a lion, but he will be joining us in Disney later. He didn't fancy the 7 a.m. wake-up call.
Loving your outfit. So she's in fun? Yeah. Wait a sec.
La la, happy holidays. You're about to see the castle behind me, because we're heading back down towards Main Street, USA, France, from Fantasyland. There it is! We were just meeting Santa Stitch, which is regular Stitch, but Christmassy. Oh, they're about to do an announcement. This is the park opening. Which is exciting, and even more exciting when you're already inside.
Nous sommes heureux de vous accueillir aujourd'hui dans le parc Disneyland. Par mesure de sécurité, nous vous demandons de vous diriger sans courir vers votre première destination.
Don't run. That's what that's saying.
Merci.
Have a nice day. We're waiting to meet Chip and Dale. Look at all the acorns on this festive heart behind them. I love that. Such a cute meet and greet spot here at the top of Main Street. Hi, Chip and Dale. Hi. Hi. Oh, it's nice to meet you. I love your Christmas outfits. You look so festive. Does he like your hat?
Do you like the fact it lights up?
Thank you. I have the fur on my hood. It's all going on. It is. It's like another tail. You look great. You look beautiful. My hat. Look how festive everything looks here on Main Street. Everything is decorated. So we just had a hilarious meet with Chippendale, who liked the fur on my hood and also my hat. I bought this hat yesterday from the gift shop at Hotel Cheyenne because Shaun said that I should. I don't know if he was half joking, but I love this. I have entered my bucket hat era in the year 2023, and this one has Mickey ears, which makes it even better, and it's like fluffy and Christmassy, so I love it. I have grabbed a breakfast beignet because, scientific fact, all food tastes better when it's Mickey shaped, and it has chocolate inside. But they also, for the Christmas season, are doing what is it, like the temporary like gourmet carts?
They gourmand, so they have like a kind of like a Christmas market.
Yeah, over in Fantasyland. So we're heading back to Fantasyland where we just came from. This is how our days are spent here, is bouncing between the different lands. It's not that big a park, but we do clock up quite a few thousand steps. Look at that. Delicious, I tells you. So these are the little temporary little huts, little kiosks, little chalets, if you will. They are by the entrance to It's a Small World, and they are doing all sorts of festive seasonal delicacies. We have a lot of sweet treats over here. We have waffles, we have galettes, we have pancakes, we have hot chocolate, we have mulled wine, everything you could ask for. Breakfast of champions. So strolling through Fantasyland, we have just said hello in passing to Peter Pan and Wendy, Myra, Angela Darling, and Belle of Beauty and the Beast fame in her seasonal princess get-up. But my point is, we were in that Chippendale queue for an hour, close to an hour, if not an hour. And if you don't want to be queuing for an hour to meet characters, not all queues are that long, but they can get pretty long. Then just loitering around Fantasyland, you can at least see the characters in passing, and obviously later on the parades and in shows and things as well. The Peter Pan queue over there is crazy. It's crazy. It says 40 minutes. It looks longer. Like, if there's one consistent truth in this world, it is that the queue for Peter Pan's flight in Disneyland Paris will always be huge. So we basically rope dropped that this morning. Our initial plan was to meet characters, but because the park opened earlier today, I think the characters kept the same schedule, and so Stitch was the first character we saw out.
I think it's only Stitch that does magic hours at the minute.
Maybe.
Or maybe Pooh as well.
Maybe Winnie the Pooh. We haven't been down to see Winnie the Pooh yet, but we ended up doing Peter Pan's flight first, which was a good decision because that's the only way.
Are we going to Pirates?
Where have I gone? I seem to be walking to Pirates. It wasn't deliberately. I took a turn. Maybe I want us to go on Pirates. We're going to check ride wait times on the Disneyland Paris app, which is another top tip for optimizing your time here. It's Jafar. Santa Goofy, we just found you in Frontierland. How grand. We're going to join the queue because it's a short queue. Look at this. Santa Goofy. Look at that outfit.
I can see this Goofy. I like it.
So we just met Santa Goofy over there. Cowgirl Minnie, less festive, but themed to the Frontierland area that we are in, is meeting over there. We've met Cowgirl Minnie many a time. So it's a short line. It's probably only about a 10-minute line, but we've met Cowgirl Minnie many times. This area is quite quiet at the moment. People generally only come up here for Cowboy Cookout, which is the barbecue quick service restaurant behind me, but also I don't know if they've changed the name. It used to be called the El Chaparral Theatre. Currently Rhythm of the Pride Lands, the Lion King show, which is quite good actually, and different to the Lion King show that used to be in Disneyland Paris. If you saw the one years ago, the festival of, I think it was called Festival of the Lion King. Aeron will be able to tell us because he knows all. But the Lion King show is playing over there. There used to be a Frozen show there a few years back. Rafiki's over there in the distance. Usually Rafiki is partnered with Timon. It's just Rafiki today. But worth noting these Frontierland meet and greets, because I don't think they're on the app. I know the mini one isn't, I don't think. Usually they are secret ones that aren't advertised, which is why they're a little bit quieter. So this is a relatively recent development. This restaurant has been rethemed. This is another quick service food location with like Mexican cuisine. It used to be called Fuente del Oro, and it is now themed to coca. It's called Casa de Coco. Got this statue of Miguel outside here, and it is called Casa de Coco Restaurant de Familia. And if they were to start doing a Miguel meet and greet nearby, that would be even better. Just passing Big Thunder Mountain. You can see a train coming up somewhere. Aeron's favourite ride in Disneyland Paris.
And supposedly it's the best one in the world.
There you go.
Compared to the other ones.
There you go, as in the best Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, because it goes underwater.
It does. It does. It's sitting at a 40-minute wait right now, which is pretty quiet for this time of day. I feel like it's a quieter day generally in the park today, and it's kind of grey weather. It's not raining on us yet, but...
So you said what we did yesterday.
So this is the thing. Best way to do Big Thunder is either like first thing in the morning, in the magic hour, like right when it's opening, or last thing when everyone else is finding a spot for the fireworks. That's when it's going to be the quietest. Last night we weren't planning on coming into the park, but we arrived yesterday to check into our hotel and just like have dinner and have like a quiet start to get ready for a full Disney day this morning. But we were literally in the Disney Village just outside of the park gates at 9:45 before a 10 p.m. close. We were like, what if we ran into the park just to try and really quickly ride Big Thunder Mountain? We were on the second to last train, and as we were riding round, the fireworks were happening over the castle, which was magic. Yeah. And we got the second to last row, which is always good because it's faster at the back.
Yeah.
Merci à tous d'être venus célébrer l'hiver avec nous. Ce fut un moment magique. Mais la vraie magie est celle qui vit dans nos cœurs et celle qui fait de chaque jour un rêve qui devient réalité.
And now we're just kind of following the parade of princesses. Oh my god, hey, we found Shaun! Shaun is awake, everyone.
I am.
Because it's the afternoon.
I had the best line ever.
We are back in Fantasyland once again. We've actually been over to the studios to go and just run some magical errands, and we happened to stumble on literally the last few moments of the princess show they're doing on the castle stage here during the Christmas period.
Very cute.
We heard like a medley of Christmas songs. The one that like the Happy Holidays, is that a Christmas song from anything other than the White Christmas Stage musical? Because that's where I know it
I'm
from.
not sure.
We are finding ourselves definitely in the busier time of the day. You wanted to do a lot of like thrill-seeking rides.
You say that. I wanted to do a lot of sit-down shows.
Yeah, but you were also like Space Mountain and Tower of Terror.
You do the big ones. But I think we can do this later because I know it'll be quieter.
Well, there are also some little rides in like Baby Fantasyland that have 5-minute wait times that I am steadily walking us towards. So maybe that is our plan for the next few moments. We're getting on the storybook land. Oh. Woo. The entrance to this is a giant turntable. It's giving the original production of Les Miserables. Woo!
I'm going to injure myself.
We've got a little bit of Snow White tangled up on yonder hill. Hansel and Gretel. A windmill. And ducks! Look at these disproportionately large ducks basking over their tiny kingdom. We've got a whole Little Mermaid moment here. Now, I haven't ever actually seen this. I haven't watched this either, but I do remember him being very difficult to fight on Kingdom Hearts. That's my only recollection about this gentleman. Shiny gold. And a very dusty lamp. And we find ourselves momentarily coming to a stop alongside the underrated gem that is the Sword in the Stone, where we can see a sword in some stone. We've got some Beauty and the Beast, got Belle feet sheep, giving it, oh, isn't this amazing? And then up on yonder hilltop, you have the castle. Now they do try and portray the commute in the film as being a lot longer than this. I think a lot of the film's geographical issues would have been resolved if the two locations were actually that proximal. Oh, and Casey Jr. I just think that if they were to make a musical theatre themed theme park, that a ride like this would be very easy. I'm just saying. It's Les Mis again, everyone. Woo! This is the moment, this is the bit, this is the bit, and then off the turntable. We have stumbled upon a surprise mystery meet and greet with my main man, my main duck, Donald. I can never say no to meeting Donald Duck because I love him. I love him. So I've got my Donald Duck ears that I packed just in case. Ears on top of ears, and Shaun is looking festive.
I'm currently wearing Aeron's spare.
Yeah.
Of course, he had a spare in his pack.
Yeah, look at that. Look, oh, so stylish. It is. Donald's number one. Yeah, thank you, Donald. We met Donald. Ah, always a good day. Has to be done. Number one. Yay. We're in some caves. Oh.
I honestly,
Genuinely cannot see where I'm going.
literally, feel blind. It's the kind of like weird darkness that is just.
This way? This way. Got briefly lost in some caves. Oh no, more caves. Nice view from up here though. That is a pizza restaurant. Believe it or not, you can see the mountain of Big Thunder Mountain. Just beyond that, you can actually see the Hollywood Tower Hotel in Walt Disney Studios. That's how close together these two parks are. You can see, oh, those cranes over there are building the Frozen Land, building Arendelle at the back of the Studios park. You can see the Indiana Jones ride over here. Gosh, that's jolty. It's a rickety rope bridge. Oh, Shaun is running. Oh, I'm running. Oh gosh, that speeds you up. Like nobody's business.
Please, Mickey, could you help us? Quelle bonne idée! Alors, tout le monde en place! Noël est mon moment préféré de l'année! Maestro, musique!
You're right, Mickey. This really is the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. May I join in? Oh, really? Tu es presque en retard. Well, Mickey, I was working on a little surprise. That's what Christmas is all about. Remember, shh, it's a surprise. Maestro, musique!
Happy holidays! Gosh, I wish I could sing like that.
It's time for Small World, everybody. because it is in fact a small ass world. Aeron and I like to play games on this ride because we've been on it so many times, and when we were here on reopening day, because it was down for refurbishment for a while, we rode it so many times in a row, so we like to look for things. So today we will look for musical theatre references that I have made up. This is giving Finian's Rainbow. I think. I really don't know much about that show.
Moulin Rouge?
I mean, this is obviously Moulin Rouge. It's very Moulin Rouge. That is, yeah, there's a very sound of music. We have a literal lonely goat herd. Oh, I just missed Rome, but funny thing happened on the way to the Forum. You can kind of see it. I have a lot of time for this panda. I mean, canonically, this is The King and I. Is that culturally responsible for me to point out? Everything's culturally responsible and it's a small world. Look at this blinking hippo. It's so good. Okay, we're approaching cowboy musical territory. Very Seven Brides-esque, very Calamity Jane, Annie Get Your Gun and whatnot. But let us not forget the strong come from away vibes on the left-hand side. This is 100% Oklahoma, you can't tell me otherwise. And that's Titanic, or Titanic. And then this, technically Hollywood, but it's giving Broadway. As is this entire last room. This is deeply theatrical. You play those instruments, tiny children. Don't even worry about the fact the boat is sinking. This is the most exciting thing that's happened. There are ducks. There are ducks getting very close to us.
Please keep your hands
Probably wondering what on earth we are. A heartbreaking sight, seen all too often. Tandem balloon release.
Open your eyes wide!
Oh, Santa! It's beautiful! And so magical, Come on, Belle! It's your turn! This is fantastic!
Oh my god, bonjour! Get behind me, come join me. I'm not alone, I promise.
Bonjour.
We're in Paris. If I sound sleepy, it's because I've just been in and out of consciousness on the train
Snapping.
from Disney. It's been a long, I was going to say 2 day, it wasn't really 2 day, like 36 hours in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
We did a lot of fun things this morning. Aeron and I went back into the parks to meet Asha from Wish, which was fun. She's only meeting for the next few weeks in conjunction with the release of the film, so that was exciting. And now we have headed into Paris proper. We just went to the Charles de Gaulle Étoile metro station.
Yeah.
Yes. Which has 1,000,001 exits. This has caught us out before. So if you're heading to the Lido de Paris, which is where we are going now, to see a funny thing happen on the way to the Forum, you want exit 1 for the Champs-Élysées. And also, in terms of landmarks, it is nearby too, as you can see behind me, big old Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, I miss it.
Which translates to Big Arch. It's not actually. That's not actually what I promise I do speak more French than that. But yes, we're going to head over to the theatre now and tell you more about our stagey day. Look how fancy this Cartier store is. These fancy decorations. Ooh! We're spending relatively little, like almost no time in Paris proper this time, because I always say Disney feels like when you go to those parts of Belgium that are owned by other countries, like it barely feels like you're in France. It's just like the Disney embassy. But yeah, we're not spending much time in Paris. I consistently feel like I don't have enough wealth just to be in Paris, because everything is very pretty and very fancy.
Swarovski, I like that.
Yeah, and like there is absolutely a Paris beyond the Champs-Élysées and beyond the shiny fancy things and all of the stores and all of that stuff. But
Well, we did.
I don't know how to do it.
Explore it more last time. To be fair.
We walked around a lot.
Yeah, watch the previous video.
What is that? Oh yes, last time we came to Paris we made a video about doing a stagey walking tour of all the spots ever featured in musicals, basically. So this is what I was just pointing at. It's a Louis Vuitton thing. It's a Louis Vuitton case. The building exterior is made to look like a Louis Vuitton case. That's cool. Look at those giant buckles.
Is that like, I don't know if that looks like temporary.
It kind of looks temporary because it's got scaffolding behind
Like,
it.
it's a present to it. Like, I mean, that's
It's
a lot
gift.
of effort.
A gift from us to you. Well, listen, we're on the Champs-Élysées. This is what happens.
Money.
So the Lido de Paris, which is so named because it's like the second. It used to be a cabaret venue. It's only recently started producing musicals. The first one was Cabaret, fittingly, because it worked very well in the space, and they've had a little bit of a interior refurbishment, which we're very excited to hopefully show you more of today. But it's like their second venue. There was another one before. Why it's called the Lido 2?
No, it's because it originally was called the Lido Paris. So
And this is the
rebranded it.
rebirth.
Yeah.
She's back.
She's back there.
There you go. But this time with book musicals. I have this terrible cough that I'm hoping goes away and doesn't bother anyone during the show, myself included. I just need to drink some champagne. Maybe that'll do
Just
it.
get some angry stares. It's fine.
Here it is, the Lido de Paris. Big old screen there advertising a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, which, if you don't know, is a musical by Stephen Sondheim. At the Lido de Paris. Entrance down below. We're going to go inside and go and get our tickets. So post security, this is the new entranceway. LED screen on the right hand side. And on the roof, this, as far as I can tell, has nothing really to do with the show, but it's all lucrative ad space. But it's very fancy entranceway nonetheless. If they were doing something like, dare I say, pseudo-immersive in here, just think of the possibilities. I'm also kind of obsessed with this carpet throughout. It looks very like comic book art, pop art. To me, it's just very fun and colourful. And then elsewhere, the aesthetic is very like reds and golds and mirrors. Lots and lots of mirrors. Hello, I'm wearing my old friend's jumper from Merrily We Roll Along on Broadway. Also a mirror on the ceiling. Oh my god.
It does make it look bigger everywhere.
It does. Thoughts on the redesign?
It's gorgeous.
That opening corridor felt a lot more spacious.
Yeah.
was like, and it kind of worked for cabaret because it was kind of like dark and mysterious and more like you were going into like a nightclub space, but it's just a lot more open.
It also means they can change the vibe whenever they want.
Change the vibe. Are you getting like forum vibes yet?
I was getting Christmassy vibes there, to be fair. I think that's what they were going for.
Fine. I mean, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do. Just went to the restroom as well, which is not well signposted, I will say, but the staff are very helpful and their English is much better than my French. But didn't film in there, obviously. However, I will say, stunning. Like golden toilets, red what, just very stylish, deeply stylish. Do I need to redesign my bathroom? I don't know. Perhaps. So Shaun has just bought a programme from the bar that can be found inside the auditorium. This is €12. The front is just the house style for the Lido de Paris, and then you have the artwork for the show. Cast information here. These are the performers. You may be seeing a lot of familiar British names: Rufus Hound, John Owen Jones, Josh St Clair, Harriet Watson from Six. Some information about the show, and then it's one of the more substantial programs that you will find. It is also in French, so that is worth noting. Oh no, I lied. English translation page. There you go. That's why the program's so thick. Everything has to be printed twice. Although as we go through, is everything duplicated? I don't know that it is. No. Okay. A lot of this does seem to be French, but for the French we have some lovely context here about Sondheim and Forum and the show's history. Also worth noting this excellent page in the middle here with this lovely promotional photo of the car. Look at John Owen Jones there looking gladiatorial. Very nice. Very nice. What are you drinking, Aeron James? We both have hat hair.
Yellow peach nectar.
Yellow peach nectar.
It's like peach juice, but like actually like you have like apple or orange juice where it's pulp.
That sounds like something you would have in a cocktail. But you can also just drink it by itself.
Peach juice.
I enjoy, I don't want to show anyone's face, but that polka dot shirt you just saw, that is the staff outfit.
Uniform.
That's the uniform, thank you. Our brains just did the same thing. The uniform for the staff members here. I enjoy it very much. It's very, I think it would be fun to wear.
That's like one of the only things that they've retained.
I would absolutely wear that. It is one of the few things they've retained. The aesthetic of this place has otherwise been very revamped, but the uniforms remain the same.
So lush.
It's very lush. I haven't shown them the auditorium yet. So this is what we're seeing here. The seats are, everything is cabaret seating, so we are at a little table. We have 2 tables for the 3 of us, which is more than enough space because I have a nice sort of corner here, but you can see more tables down there. This one's a little booth area here, more tables extending down towards the stage, more going back up there, and we are in F, which is the tier sort of going back that we're on is F. Tables 18 and 16. Other details to note, this lovely chandelier here, in fact there are 2 of them, and the red and gold aesthetic continues with these gold tabletops and then this red pattern on the floors and the backs of the chairs, giving you feathers. Very theatrical, lovely to see, unless you're Gwen Verdon, for which I imagine it could be very triggering. There is also circle seating. You can see kind of the loges coming down the side there, and then this is a circle up there. It's not the distance from the stage or the height I'm worried about, it's the low ceiling. I wonder if that gives you a little bit of a letterbox effect, but I mean it's not really an overhang so much as just the ceiling is there, but we didn't sit up there for cabaret, we were sort of where we are but over on the left. Now the band for this production are split across 2 sides of the stage. You can see some of them over there, and then across the other side of the stage, more of them over here. Oh, there's a harp. Love that. This is the back of the programme, and this is an advert, the French advert that says "Tout est possible," and that literally translates to "all is possible" or "everything is possible," which is a Sondheim lyric, and I'm choosing to believe that that is not a coincidence, even though it definitely is. Let's talk briefly about the set design itself. We can see these ruched curtains and these Roman-style pillars with lighting coming from inside them, I think. And I mean, this is a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, exemplified theatrical ruched curtains and Roman columns. That's the show in a nutshell. So from a design perspective, I'm already quite comforted by that. There's also an army of lights up ahead. Look at all of those. I think we might have some lighting in this show. So I'm filming this now for a before and after because I don't think I'm going to actually be able to capture the moment it happens, but we've been told about something that happens in the auditorium to do with this production, and I just want you to, like, beyond that wall there, all of these heads here, make a note of where they are, kind of at the same level of us, slightly down, but we can't really see the floor of the set, and that, I have it on good authority, is going to change when the production begins. I will explain perhaps more after I've witnessed it. Okay, so after a 90-minute first act, let's do a little compare and contrast. Can you spot the difference? Maybe if I show you over there, that whole first section of the audience, I guess tiers A through E, all lowered down on a big hydraulic platform and all sunk down to a lower level as the overture began. Which means everyone gets a much better view of the stage. Now you can see the stage. Look, we have these lovely house sets that have come forward. Those turn around, they have interiors, they have split levels, they have doors and windows. They're very clever. Actually, they are the three houses over which the plays, we're going to call it a plot, takes place. And Aeron's noticed one of my other favourite details about this set. I'm going to zoom in and try and show you this. You see those little feet at the foot of the stage. They are, of course, the footlights, but they're actual feet. They're lights in feet, which are footlights. I mean, I love a visual pun. Picking up our coats that we stored for free, coats and bags, in the cloakroom before the show. My ticket number is 254, which is nothing like 24601, but it scans well in French, so I've decided it works. Leaving the Lido de Paris via the same LED corridor through which we arrived. Show came down at about 5:40, making it 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and then the process of getting things from the cloakroom, we raced there so as not to get stuck in a queue, but needn't have worried.
No,
very easy. Very easy. Very well managed. So,
Yes.
we just saw a piece of theatre in Paris.
Yes.
And you may be wondering to yourselves, Mickey, Aeron, were it French?
No.
Answer is no.
Very tiny bits of French, but it was in English.
It varies in terms of the theatre here in Paris, and as we were discussing with one of the members of the creative team during interval, interval in the UK, intermission on Broadway. What do the French say? Intermission? I don't know what the. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google this. Answers on a postcard, comment down below.
I mean, because they call it entr'acte when in the show. When they're starting to mention the interval, they say time for entr'acte.
That's true, he said entr'acte. But entr'acte to us is the piece of music that plays when the second act starts.
So maybe.
I don't know. We're learning a lot here on the streets of Paris.
Yeah.
But what was the question? What was I talking about?
English.
Oh yes, there is less theatre. Theatre going is less of a thing. There is less theatre in
cabaret.
France, but there are some theatres here. There is Théâtre du Châtelet, which produces opera and occasional English language musicals. But also playing right now in Paris is the French musical Notre Dame de Paris,
And the Lion King.
which is in French, and the Lion King in French.
French with English subtitles.
Is playing here with English surtitles. So this production was English with French surtitles, translated for the French audience members, but with various opportunities where they had added French language jokes and like French improv and like English actors doing French comically badly at various points throughout, and like extensive enough that if you don't speak French, there's like, did we get those jokes? People who don't speak, Shaun's taking photos. When they did the French language moments, did you get all of those jokes, or?
I did not.
They were making fun of us if that wasn't what you were getting. But so there's much for audiences of both languages to enjoy, but predominantly it's in English with French surtitles up above. We're going to head back to the station now to go and get on the Handy Eurostar. We flew here yesterday, day before yesterday. Time is a blur and has lost all meaning. We're going to get the train back, which is, I think, even more chill than flying, because you just
relax and
sitting on a train. You can, it's fine, it's chill. So we're going to go get some train snacks and go back to the UK. Thank you for joining us for a few days in Paris to come and see some theatre. It's been very nice. It's been lovely having you. For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey. Thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!